that and say, here we go. We're starting recording now. Because, question, when was the last one of these we did?
That had to be the summertime. Because I remember doing a 5-bagger in a t-shirt.
I looked it up today just to find out what episode this was, but I'm going to guess September?
That makes sense.
It's been...
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to say, no. I'm going to say beginning of August was the last time we did it. Right?
No, it's well before that.
Really?
The last 5-bagger was like 6 months ago.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Was it really?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, Invasion of the Body Snatchers was...
That's right.
Is so long ago.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
I knew it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but I thought it was not. Okay.
That's weird because so the last time I was here with you guys was the third and
that
wrong.
was the third and wrong. We did
And that wasn't so long ago though.
No, that was
No,
It was last
that
month,
was-
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
6 months ago it was
That's crazy.
June, July.
May 26th.
Oh my god! After my
Hey, wow.
2 days after my birthday.
Yep,
That's
a
crazy.
long time ago.
That's crazy.
So here we go, Mike. Ready?
Oh,
But that's
boy.
partially because of the third and wrong
Ah.
Karate Kid that we wanted to get done.
Well,
But okay.
Also, okay, whatever. I mean,
Are
also,
you guys ready?
yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Here we go. Welcome to Home by 8, Drunk by 10, Season 4, Episode 43. This is a 5-bagger, which is when one of us watches a movie 5 times in 5 days, and the other two probably watch it once each. Today's movie is Kimi no Nawa, or Your Name, an animation drama fantasy released in 2016 and is 1 hour and 46 minutes long. This is Mel and Brian, and I am your top batter, Mike. We apologize in advance for the audio, video, and content quality. Enjoy!
Ooh,
Oh my god, it's so cold.
it is so cold.
Sorry.
It actually, I just got a fucking freezer burn in the back of my throat right now. It was fucking cold.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens every time.
Damn.
I'm sorry, I paused a couple times in there. One was because you messed up the name of the movie.
I know I did. Whatever.
The other one was, it was so cold and so carbonated,
Dude,
I was having
Yeah,
real trouble.
like once I got that freezer burn in the back of my throat, I
Oh.
actually had to like lower the angle of how I'm drinking my can from like a more obtuse angle and just kind of like lay it here, just kind of level it out a bit and then go back into the drinking. Wow, that was tough, Mike.
Get a little more acute, you know?
Ah.
Know what I'm saying?
All right, so what are we doing, guys? We're doing the
Well, our top batter.
top batter, yeah?
Your name. What did I say? I didn't say Kimi no Nawa.
Yes,
but
you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Yes,
You said
did.
Kimi no Nawa or Your Name, but like there was a weird pause in there or something.
Well, yeah, because I thought yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's what we're watching.
We watched.
Well, I watched. Yes.
I picked it.
Yes, you did. 6 months ago, you picked it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And,
First animated movie for
it
us.
is the very
First animated movie.
movie.
First foreign
First
language
foreign
movie.
film, yeah.
First movie in the 2000s.
No, 2010s.
Yeah, well,
Right?
even in the 2000s.
First foreign language, but not the first foreign.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Yeah. You're right.
Nosferatu is technically.
Did I say foreign?
movie.
Yeah,
You
I
said
meant foreign language. Sorry,
You said
yes.
foreign language, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nosferatu
Ah.
is definitely not a... Well, I mean, foreign. We live in Japan, so it's domestic.
Actually, yeah, I guess depends on how you feel about this movie. If it's
And,
foreign or not for us.
Mhm.
But yeah. All right.
So, since Brian watched it for 5 days,
I did.
Mike, you're top batter. Are you going first with your...
Yeah, I go first.
And
You
I'll
go
go
next.
second? Okay.
Brian goes last.
Let's do this.
But I will critique everything you guys say the whole way through.
You can't. You
Sure.
just gotta shut up and be like, mm-hmm.
You take a note.
Yeah.
No worries. I don't think I have a ton to say.
I have like, let me see. I'm looking at my notes right now. I have.
I've got my usual about a page of
I
typed notes.
Can I say?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of notes.
I took a ton of notes, but I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah. Well, like, I have a ton of notes, but, like, well, so, yeah, I had a weird roller coaster with this movie.
Huh.
I was way into it, like, what is happening, how does this, like, work between, like, the girl character and the boy, I forget their names now.
There's the girl is Mitsuha.
Mitsuha, yeah.
And the guy is Taki.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah. So I yeah, like I was into it, like, you know, how trying to wonder, like, you know, how does it work between switching back and forth, and like right as I was like, okay, I think I know how this works. I'm starting to understand this. It's just like, oh, okay, here's exactly what's happening. Here's exactly how it works. Here's how they set it up. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Wait, can I stop you there, Mike? Like, did you feel? This might be part of my thing, but did you feel like this movie was like trying to make you like screw with your mind of how this thing works? Because I think maybe we're in the same train of thought when I was watching this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like interesting that they were not really explaining how the thing worked, and then it was just like, oh no, here's exactly how it works.
Oh right, exactly.
Like I was interested, like trying to figure out, like, okay, so it seems like when they fall asleep they switch, but they don't have any memory of it. So like, I was like, all right, that's cool. This is interesting. I'm interested. Okay. And then when that like restart of the movie happened, they're like, oh, here's how it works, and this is how we write notes to each other on our phones back and forth. Oh, isn't this exciting? Mm-hmm. I totally lost interest. It's like, oh, okay, so it's just one of those body switched movies. Who cares?
They did say that too.
Freaky Friday, like, I'm not interested in this at all.
They did say that too. Like when they figured it out, they're like, "Oh, isn't this exciting?" Or like they said something like that too, along the lines. They're like this is incredible or something.
Yeah, but so that happened, yeah. And then I totally lost interest.
Yeah.
And then they stopped switching.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now I'm back in. Now I'm interested again. What's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, I immediately I was like, okay, I think I know what happened. I think she died.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I think I know, but I was like, all right, so now I'm interested, like, now I'm back in. And then as that story started to get more developed, I was like, I'm starting to not care about this again. I don't really care. But, yeah, so it was weird. I was, like, really interested, bottomed out, like, did not care.
Yeah.
Back into it, and then again was just like, eh.
I missed what got you back into it the second time there?
When I guessed it, like when she dies and they stop switching back and forth. I was like, okay, cool. So something's happened now. I'm back into it.
Died.
Why aren't they switching back and forth? I bet she died. So that's why I was back in at that point.
And then you didn't. Why were you not interested after that? It seems to me
when like they did like the restart and explained everything.
No. After that, you got back in, and then you were not back in again. I don't.
So yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to someone over there.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I was back into it when that character died, but then as they were trying to like save the town and get back together, I don't know. I didn't find that very interesting. I don't know. I just didn't really care at that point.
Yeah, I guess, Mike. Okay. I guess, Mike, I just want to know, at what point did you feel that the characters were... You didn't feel engaged, or you didn't feel like you wanted to know more about the characters? Like, at what point of the movie did you feel just like, well, okay, I can give two fucks about this movie?
No. That's yeah. I didn't feel that like fuck this movie.
Okay.
But yeah, so like in my notes, like I can see like, oh cool, they restarted the movie, and then there's nothing. Okay. I didn't write a single thing until oh shit, I bet she's dead. That's like my note. I wrote nothing from when they did like the theme, not the theme song, but like another song played.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like restart the movie there. I felt like I didn't write basically anything until oh, I bet she's dead.
Uh-huh.
And then there, my notes pick up again a little bit. But like that whole time, that was probably like half an hour of the movie.
Right.
Where I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care about this part.
Did you have any interest with the other like side characters or minor characters of the movie?
Like the friends, like the
friends, the dad, the mom, or the grandmother, the sister.
I thought her family, besides like her dad's not really in it that much, but like her family, I thought was okay. Like those parts, the kid in the Taki, his friends and stuff, I didn't really find that interesting. That whole part.
And his dad you see for literally,
like he was literally a 1 minute. Yeah, he was like
he's in
the dad,
Taki's dad.
Oh yeah. His dad.
You never see his face, right?
You totally see his face.
You see his face? Okay.
No, you see him like he puts on his jacket and walks out the door, and
he's
basically not in the movie again.
Yeah, he leaves.
He's in the movie one more time.
Oh really?
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like overall, like I was into it, out of it, back into it, and then kind of just trailed off after that. Like, I didn't like the end of the movie. I thought it was lame that they found each other. I thought it would have been more interesting if they had not. Or if it had ended at the train, like they see each other and like that's it. Like, I didn't need that part where they actually meet each other. Just like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a few questions, but I'll wait until Brian talks about the movie since you watched it 5 times.
Yeah.
Maybe you can explain a couple of things to me.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I might do the same thing.
I probably can.
I might do the same thing.
The last two. I guess last two things I'll say. I never understood. I thought they were some of the cooler parts of the movie, which is really weird to say. Yeah. But like all of the shots of the doors sliding open and sliding closed.
Dude, that was in my notes.
Those look so fucking good.
That was in my notes. I had like door sliding transitions, money. That's what I wrote down.
Money.
But so I didn't understand, and like, I guess we can wait on this, but I never understood the significance of them. I felt like they were somehow significant, but I never understood, because some of them are closing, some of them are opening. Like, I never understood what that was about. So I missed that part. The other last thing I would say is that I prefer this. I don't know the difference. I mean, I do, but I prefer this sort of animation to like the Pixar like computer stuff.
Yeah.
Just I really liked how the whole movie looked awesome.
Are you a Ghibli fan?
Not really. No.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Summer Wars?
No, I've heard the name, but no.
Okay.
I'm not really into any animation, really.
Okay, that's cool.
But I really liked how this looked, like, more than how like Ghibli movies look. I don't really like how those look.
Okay,
I agree.
Like, I liked like there were a couple times where like they showed like thought bubbles at the very beginning. I thought that was a cool transition of like the super like anime looking like thought bubble the main girl had, and then it like would pan down to just back to like the normal style of the rest of the movie.
Can I say something about that?
That happens a few times, yeah.
Well, it happens 2 times, and then and they're both in the very beginning of the movie. Like it's before, as you put it, the movie's restarted. It's before that, both of them. And I thought that was a waste to not use it again for the rest of the movie, because I thought that was actually really cool. And then it's like
you don't really see that.
There's a couple of things like that happen early that they do, and it's like, wow, that's really cool, and then they just throw them away. And I was
you're right. That's
wait a
true.
minute.
It's all at the beginning.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I don't have much else
cool
to say about it. Mel, go.
Oh, it's me. All right.
Mel, go.
Not Meljo.
Not Meljo. Mel, go.
Nope.
So,
This was the third time seeing.
Exactly. As Brian, so Mike, Brian showed me the last five bagger, because I thought I said that I saw it once, but actually at the last episode, we recorded, I said, oh yeah, I saw it twice on the plane.
Yep.
Word by word, I said I saw it twice on the plane. So basically, I lied, but I technically not lied, because I saw it with my wife on the way to New York. And we were watching it side by side in our monitors, in our TV monitors.
Nerds.
Okay.
And so, because we're just interested. Okay, so my background with this movie is I knew this movie was an international hit before I watched it.
Me too. Of course.
And like it had
yeah, that's the other thing I didn't say.
Yeah.
I knew absolutely nothing about this movie before I watched it.
It was a phenomenon.
It was like it was big in Japan, and then it was huge in Taiwan and Hong Kong, and then it grew. It just got big in America. When it hit America, that's the time when we went to the States. So I think it was like last year winter, I believe it was like Christmas holiday, last year winter. Anyways, so it was on the it was in the airplane listing for the movie. And I watched it with my wife, and like we didn't say anything the whole time. We were just staring at our own TV monitors and just staring at it. I watched it, I finished it, and I'm gonna write down exactly what I said to my wife at that time, and I wrote it down. Is this a movie? Is this a music video that wants to be a movie, or vice versa? So
I guess I didn't say that, but there's a lot of music.
So because like. This movie is basically, to me, I thought, my first impression was, okay, this movie is like a huge promotion for the band, I guess what's the band's name? Radwimps?
I don't know, I recognized the voice.
Yeah, the name of the band is called Radwimps, and I'll be honest, I do not like this band. I don't like the vocals. I think, I don't know, have you ever heard of the Japanese rock band Bump of Chicken?
Yeah.
So I feel this band is just totally copying Bump of Chicken, and I was talking to my wife about this because so my wife is a huge Bump of Chicken fan, and the whole time she was saying like, "Holy crap, is this Bump of Chicken doing the soundtrack?" And like, I was like, "I don't think so." And then we checked it, and like the credits rolled up and it said Radwimps, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." But so that was my first impression.
I didn't look it up. But I thought it was that, oh God, what's the name of the band with the clown mask guy?
Oh, like Seikai no Owari.
Wow, Mel.
Yes.
Yeah, End of the World.
You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was them.
Yeah. So I mean, Brian might differ, but I really don't like Radwimps at all. And I think Radwimps is just like a cheap version of Bump of Chicken. So
I don't like either one. So.
Okay. But I think the band Radwimps wants to be like Bump of Chicken. That's just my opinion. But so the whole time in the movie, I felt like this movie, or the writer of this movie, it felt like it was like every type of anime I've seen in my life, all like just coalesced into just this movie, like a fucking young adult anime to an adult anime to a kids anime. I felt like there's so many scenes in this movie that just kind of like it didn't feel it was like flowing well. Besides what I wrote down, door sliding ... money. Like the door sliding transitions, I thought ... money. Like the scenes like so I mentioned Summer Wars is because like some of the scenes look exactly like the guy who made Summer Wars. Like it looks really realistic, like illustrations of Shinjuku plus like CG kind of thing.
It's not the same
beautiful.
Guy.
Yeah, but it's not the same guy, but it looks beautiful. And I was more interested looking at the art of the landscapes like that the guy made, like from the crater and the village and then Shinjuku and like the other places that he drew. So I thought the art was just beautiful. Yeah. But like I'm with you, Mike. Like I wasn't really I didn't feel really engage with the characters at all. Like, I thought my favorite scenes were actually when I wrote down my favorite scenes are actually when when Mitsuha goes to Tokyo and finds Taki to warn him about like what's gonna happen and gives him the what is it, the bracelet or the ribbon, I guess?
Yeah, like the ribbon, the strap thing, yeah.
And then that scene was awesome. I thought that was really cool. It was I was really engaged in that. But their first meeting in the crater ring, when they finally met at the crater.
Oh, at the lid, like the rim. Yeah.
I really felt that movie.
The lid.
I really felt if it was edited well.
Nice.
I felt like that crater scene where they just met and then like they were like touching, I guess. I felt that could have been the best ending of the movie, and then I could have been happy after that.
Yeah, me too. I thought the movie was gonna end there.
But exactly. And then it just kept going, and I'm like,
there's
all
still
right.
like another 20 minutes.
And I'm like, I kind of don't need this. But so like, I agree with you. The end of the film, it got more like it turned more to like a Korean soap opera drama at the end, where like, oh, we finally met each other when we're older, and then the music starts again, and the end of the film just kind of changed into another music video for me. So basically, I felt like there was like two music videos that were happening in the beginning at the end, and the middle was kind of like just the exposition for both music videos. I mean, that was just my take on it. Like, so when I watched it the second time, I didn't really, it didn't really change.
Would that be
my
the second
mind.
time on the airplane?
Oh, sorry. The third time. The third time.
I didn't say so, yeah.
The third time I watched it, I'm like, I was expecting maybe, okay, let me give this another chance. But no, it was the same thing for me. But I don't want to. What I want to say though is that the animator, or the guy who made this movie, the illustrations are fucking beautiful, and I think he did a great job with. Especially, I was just impressed with the scenery of it all. And I love I really do love the detail of when they're in Shinjuku and I guess this movie was made 2016. Like, it's so accurate. Like, Shinjuku Station is so accurate. With like the new department store called New Woman Department Store, whatever. Perfect. But anyways, I just thought like the guy did his research well, and he's really good at making background and scenery shots. So here's my last take of the movie. I just felt the movie doesn't need this band. I really felt if this movie had another band, like fucking Gwar or something, or fucking, I don't know, System of a Down, I don't know, something else. I felt like I really felt if the movie had a different soundtrack, and not so much of that band.
I mean, I guess it's pretty clear. I didn't think much of the soundtrack. I didn't even mention it when I was talking. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of music.
There's a lot of music in this, and
I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it fit the movie fine.
I just felt like it was like a long music video, but then
you were
definitely the first half of the movie.
I think you were severely influenced by your wife's love of bump of chicken. But is what I feel. Like, seriously, I think that is maybe.
But I'm not even. I didn't even comment about.
I didn't even
comment about. Like, I like some of the songs of what's the song? That Zen 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 song is catchy.
Zen 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 Say.
Say, yeah. And but like besides that, like the other stuff I can, I didn't really comment over the music. I'm just saying, like, I felt like this movie was like a marketing tool to push this band. And I felt like it was more about the band than the movie. That's it. That was my take.
Well, I guess, yeah. When that song came on, we were just talking,
I mean, it could have been.
Like, oh yeah, I remember this song.
The other thing I thought about was like maybe the director was like good friends with the band. I guess I don't know. Like I don't know if they're like buddies. I don't know. That's why they did it together. Kind of like how Trent Reznor is like buddies with the guy who made The Social Network. David Lynch. Yeah, David Lynch.
That's not
David
right.
did not.
Oh, no,
That cannot be right.
I'm sorry, not David. Fincher.
David Fincher? Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
Fincher.
I don't know. I don't know who directed Social Network.
Yeah.
It was
not
David Lynch.
I'm sorry.
I can tell you that.
Sorry.
I can see Trent Reznor and David Lynch being friends. I can totally see that.
They're probably buddies. They probably hang out in the same bar.
Oh, definitely.
9 Inch Nails is in the 3rd season of Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
So,
But, like,
yes, they absolutely do know each other.
I do have some questions for Brian though, because I watched it again and I watched the 3rd time critically, but you're right. It could be like an influence of my wife saying like she hates Radwimps, but I did
think
not.
Definitely.
But it didn't really affect my overall feeling of the whole movie. I just felt like there's just way too much music.
Yeah. I think that
it is. It's interesting you brought up David Lynch though. The scene where he drinks the sake.
Yeah.
And everything goes weird. That
is pretty.
It's not exactly David Lynch, but it was
a
little bit. Had a little bit of David Lynch, and like the art style changed at that point too. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Also, one other thing I forgot to say: the subtitles that I had on this movie were questionable.
Oh really?
Yeah, that is a problem.
Okay.
That is a problem depending on where you get it from. Whatever back channels.
They weren't like unreadable. Like it was fine, but there was clearly some parts I was like, "That's people don't say that." no one has ever said that.
in the one that I watched, there was maybe 2 times there was maybe bad grammar. But other than that, like in any case, the intent was the same, and other than that, there was really I thought the subtitles that I had were pretty good, pretty spot on. For
I didn't go back and write it down, but also, there was like when her dad is doing like the political rally speech thing at the beginning. There was, I don't remember who said it, like someone said something, he's pushing pork or something. I was like, what? Pushing pork? That doesn't...
No, I think that's no. So
that's good.
Yeah, but I think that's an actual.
Like, that's not the exact word, but it was something like that.
That's an actual phrase, though. That means like, basically.
Yeah, but it's a literal translation of a Japanese phrase, right?
Greasing palms,
Yeah. No,
it's not. That's not what the person says in Japanese. But the Japanese phrase is equivalent to. So this is not a phrase that we use, I think, in America now, but it basically means that, but it is an actual English phrase, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, but there was a couple of like those sort of like, I get the meaning, but that's not. Okay. Not how I would have said it.
I thought that was funny the first time I saw it too. Okay. But also when I watched this movie, the first 3 times I kind of. Well, the second or the last 2 times I watched
it's your turn. Go.
It's your turn, Brian. Yeah.
The last 2 times I watched it, I didn't really. I listened. I just pretty much just listened to the Japanese. Yeah, but definitely there were a couple of things I thought were a little bit not perfect, but for the most part, the subtitles that I had were good. Music. I want to start with music.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought the soundtrack for this was good, and the Radwimps, the Zin 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 Say. That song has been a staple in my household for the last year or so because my kids love it.
Okay.
And
it's a very catchy song. When it came on, I was like, oh, yeah.
And especially
it's very, very. It's on the radio a lot.
Especially my middle child requests it every day. So I've heard that song a lot, and I like that. I like it. I think it's good.
It's all right.
However, I think that Radwimps is possibly the worst band name in history. And I thought that
it's the worst band name in history.
And I thought that from the first time. The only competition it has in my mind is Bump of Chicken. And that's weird that you brought both of them up because I didn't. Bump of Chicken became pretty popular, I think, when I was a student here, and I couldn't stand them. I didn't like.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
And first of all, the name. I could not stand the name. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
That is awful. I don't want to listen to your music. And then same thing with Radwimps. I was like, that's the name of the band? That's fucking terrible.
But don't you, like, okay, so I'm not a big fan of Bum Chicken or Radwimps, but, like, don't you feel that
we know you love Bump of Chicken, don't you?
How do you know? I don't even sing this shit on karaoke.
You were talking about them all earlier. You're like, oh, Bump of Chicken.
I'm just But like, Mike, seriously, if you listen to Bump of Chicken and you listen to Radwimps, there's so much similarity.
There's a lot of similarity with Japanese bands that have.
I would say like Japanese pop in general. Most like they all sound very similar.
But particularly having a lead singing guy that has that quite like high pitched whiny voice is quite popular. There was another guy a couple of years ago. I can't remember his name. He was like a solo artist that became real big and had the same kind of voice, same kind of shit. It's just
like, do you remember that Ainori, that Love Bus song? That sounds the same. Theme song for that sounds the same as this. I know it's a different person.
And the one that you mentioned, Mike, what is it? Seikai no Owari?
Yeah, like he sounds
quite
the same,
similar
like,
too.
Like high pitched male voice is very
Radwimps, terrible name. Bump of Chicken, terrible name. Funky Monkey Babies, a terrible name.
Funky Monkey Babies, oh my gosh.
They're at the top of the class. You know, it's ridiculous.
Were we like at Yo-Yogi Park together when we saw? Was it them or?
I saw. Oh shit! It wasn't Funky Monkey Babies. Never mind. Anyway,
okay.
I think you're talking about Monkey Magic.
Oh, yes. Monkey Magic. That's the band.
I saw the Monkey Magic guy when I was in Sendai.
He was in Sendai.
We were in Sendai, and he looked at me bad, and I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" I saw him on the street outside of Zepp Sendai. I think it was. And I was smoking, and then he was mad at me for smoking on the street or something. I was like, "Fuck you."
Fuck you, dude.
All right, back to the movie.
Was it good? All right. So
very fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so I liked the soundtrack. Basically, I thought it fit. Okay. And again, so I want to start with the point that I don't like anime generally. You're like, oh, Ghibli, ooh, Ghibli, you know.
Did I say that?
And I don't.
This is not the first time Ghibli has come up, and you were shocked or seemed pretty surprised that both of us were just
yeah, it's true.
I don't care. I don't care about anime. I don't care about Ghibli. I don't care about manga. Generally, I don't like it. The reason I chose this movie is basically to check shit off of our 5-bagger list.
Okay.
I wanted an anime. I wanted a new movie. I wanted a foreign language movie. Boom, nailed it. And so I didn't go into this with super high hopes. I'd heard it was good. It was a huge hit, all this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But again, it's not really a thing that I liked. But in general, I liked this movie. I took a lot of notes, and most of them were negative. Like, it was like, why didn't this happen? Or why was it this way? Or why wouldn't you do this? And why, all this kind of stuff I wrote. And like, I hate.
Are you talking about the character flaws? Or?
Well, just a bunch of different stuff. For example, like, character flaws. I hate the grandma. The grandma's voice sounds like an old lady putting on an affectated grandma voice. And I'm like, God, just talk like... I've met grandmas. I've met lots of grandmas. No one talks like that except fucking grandmas in anime.
That's so mean. Like, why are you comparing grandmas, man?
Listen to the grandma in this movie, and she's way too grandma-y. And like
no, I know exactly what you mean. It's like when there's a Yakuza character, they all have the same voice.
Okay.
It's that same like super gruff, low voice.
It's a super grandma voice, and I thought in general the characters in this or the actors and actresses portraying the characters did really well. Like the little girl Yotsuha, her little sister.
Yeah.
Her voice is spot on. She sounds like
super cute.
She was great.
She was cute.
And I wish that there was more of that dynamic between Yotsuha and Mitsuha. I wanted to see more of that in the movie, and like that's a lot of the negative stuff I had. I wanted to see more of that negative, that interaction between them. It was funny as fuck every time she was in the scene, except the one time when she was like, "What are you doing?" When she accosted those other little elementary school.
That's why I keep asking Mike, and I'm trying to bring that up, like about character development. Like, I'm trying to wonder about for you guys, like. Were these characters developed enough for you to be engaged?
No, absolutely not.
No,
and that is a huge problem with the movie.
There's no like character transition like at all, really.
Yeah,
right.
No one goes anywhere.
Like the like you said, the relationship between Taki and his friends.
Yeah.
It's like it's so surface level.
Stale. It was just stale
for the most part. Like, and I wanted to see the interaction between Yotsuha and Mitsuha much more. I wanted to see Mitsuha and Tessie much more. I thought that interaction...
the two friends,
that interaction was so good.
Yes,
I wanted to see so much more of that. And, like, it just didn't get enough of that.
Even I thought the relationship of Taki and the coworker, the girl, the older girl. What's the
Okudera?
Yeah. The Taki's workplace. Yeah.
Okudera.
Yeah. And then she goes with him to the mountain.
Right.
I'm like, that's a great. You can develop that character more, and I would be more interested.
Yep. And like I think a lot of it was that this movie is based on a book originally, right?
I didn't know that.
And I think and like I was actually interested in reading the book because I was hoping possibly that those character interactions take place in the book more than they do in the movie. And I feel like they tried to. It's one of those situations where maybe they tried to cram everything into the movie, but like at the expense of the things that are important to the story, which are the relationship. I mean, it's a story about the relationship between two people who don't know each other, right?
Yeah. Totally bad decision.
But at the same time, like the story could be made better by explaining the relationships with the people that they do know, right? Yeah, at the same time, like I thought that there was not enough of that. And like I said, the interaction with Yotsuha and Mitsuha was great every time it came on screen. And Tessie and Mitsuha was great.
Wow.
The grandma drove me nuts because she sounded like a grandma. But at the same time, the voice actress, I looked this up. The voice actress is an 82-year-old lady.
Oh, so a proper grandma.
So I felt bad about thinking that, but then I was like, I bet if I heard her talk in her normal voice, she doesn't sound like that. That's way too anime grandma for even her. Because, I mean, I've got a grandma that's about that age. She doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the music I thought was good. It fit in the movie, and it's very anime. It sounded fine. There's only like 2 songs where he sings anyway. And one is that Zin 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 Say. And for me, when that song kicked in, I was like, oh yeah, this song, you know? Like I said, I hear it all the time. I listened to it probably 3 times today. And
it's like the title song too, right? It's like the main.
Yeah, I mean the main song is
there was
a
different song for like the opening credits.
Yeah, that's the main song. That's the title song.
So I told you guys my favorites. I would say my favorite song is the one where they were meeting on the crater. It was like an acoustic ballad.
I think that's a reworking of the original title song. Probably.
Okay. I like that. I like that version. Yeah.
I think it might be, but anyway, I thought overall the music going throughout the movie is cool because if you listen to the soundtrack is like an hour and 20 minutes. If you listen to the full soundtrack,
long song.
Which is
that's almost the length of the movie.
Exactly.
Dude, that's like a
so,
Pink Floyd
like you
album.
said, the movie is basically one long music video, which is true, because for every part of the movie except for about 20 minutes, there's music going just about. You know. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I was interested to see what you thought because none of the landscapes and shit is particularly familiar to you, Mike, right? Mel and I know a lot of these locations because
I know Shinjuku
like
very well.
Like the Shinjuku, the building that's got the kind of tapered part to it.
Yep.
That was like literally like 2 minutes away from my old school.
Yep.
You know, and like
I recognized a bunch of the stuff, but I had no familiarity.
But at the same time,
I've been to Gifu, but I don't think it's a real place they're talking about, is it?
No, not exactly.
No, I don't think so.
Like the actual.
I checked that too.
If you look at like the aerial view when like especially the power goes out, that place is, you can see that on Google Maps. But the lake is not there. That actual where the city is not there. But the surrounding area
is there like a crater there though?
No, it's in the mountains.
Oh, okay.
The crater is modeled after an island south of.
I don't know if you guys know this, but can I add something?
Yes.
So I watched an interview with the creator of this movie, and he is heavily influenced. This movie was heavily influenced from the big Tohoku earthquake. Like he went to Fukushima, and he went to Sendai to see the damage there, and like it really inspired him to create a movie where one of the themes is dealing with loss and then like trying to overcome loss.
Sure, this movie was also inspired by a commercial he made for Zettokai.
Okay, yeah, I just saw that interview in like a TV program, whatever.
Yep.
And like, anyways, so yeah, I get that. It came out well. It did come out well.
Yeah, I thought the animation in this movie is fantastic for the most part. There are some weird things like the way that she runs and he runs when he is her, or when she is him. Right? There's a couple of scenes where like the running is weird, but the weirdest animation thing in this whole thing is when Hitaki is on the bridge with Okudera, and it was, I think, after their first date, maybe it was that date, and his hands, like, it's so weird. I
don't remember this.
Oh my god, it's so
weird. I don't remember this.
I don't remember this at all.
His hands are fucking tiny. He's holding them like down to his sides, and they're like so tiny, and it's so weird. It's like the perspective is not the perspective, but the scale is so weird in that moment, and it freaked me out. I don't know why. Like the rest of the movie, the animation is so good, and it's beautiful and.
Yeah, I thought
stuck out to me as being weird in the animation is when she falls off the bike and rolls down the hill.
I remember that
on
the
street, and like her face like was slamming into the pavement,
exactly.
And then it just keeps going like nothing happens. Like that part stuck out to me. I was like, "Whoa, she should be dead." Because she does probably 10 rolls as she goes down that street. Like, it's crazy.
I think that was not... She wasn't on the bike, though. She was running, right?
Oh.
Or was she running? Yeah, I can't remember if she was on the bike or running, but she rolls down a hill, and it's bad.
Yeah, she's knocked out, right? She's knocked out for a second. Yeah. And then she wakes up and looks at her hand, and it says Skida at that point, right? Yeah.
But, I mean, like, you should be in the hospital.
Yeah, definitely.
You should be after that.
I'm not looking for realism at that point, but just like it seemed like it should have been pretty brutal the way she.
Yeah. Other things like the. So yeah, the animation's great. What this movie does with light is amazing. Sure. The way that they cast light and shadow throughout the whole movie.
Do you have a take on the door sliding transition?
I thought it was great. I don't like Mike was asking if it had some sort of deeper meaning. I don't think so. To me, it was just a cool device. It was a cool
It's a cool cut
just
shot.
A good transition.
Yeah, it's a good transition.
I've
never seen that done
in other animes. I don't know.
It was pretty cool.
Like I said, I felt like this movie was like a collection of many genres of anime, but I've never seen that door sliding thing done in other.
Sure,
animes.
and I've not watched enough animes to comment, but
I'm no anime expert either. But I feel like watching this movie, I feel like I'm seeing different genres of anime.
Yeah,
but.
When I was taking screenshots for this episode here, normally when I do screenshots of a movie, it can be I don't know, 10 or 15 I do. This one I did 209. just
actually, no, I shouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of most of this movie, I think.
There's so many scenes. It's just that's really cool looking, and it's really. I thought really, really cool looking, really, really detailed.
Yeah,
there was so much good art in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. But even the wide pan shots, there's so much detail in those wide pan shots, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty fucking amazing.
And there's some super cool details, of course, when and nobody's brought this up, but there's the time difference between the two people, right? And it's
3 years.
It's 3 years.
How do they never know? And I mean, the easy answer is they're basically in a dream state, so they never check the date or something like that. Or even if they did check the date, they were in the moment. Yeah, it's 2013, no problem. And then they wake up and they're like, fucking, it's now my time, so who cares? But So it's easy to excuse that. However, some of the details were really cool. Like when she wakes up for the first time and she's got an iPhone 5, right?
Yes, I noticed this. The phones are old. Like her phone's old.
She has an iPhone 5.
His
is an iPhone 6 or 6S at the time.
I did not notice that. Wow.
Yeah, the very first scene, her phone is older than his. Yeah, I noticed this too.
And then when you see,
that's a great Easter egg.
When you see him later in when he's job hunting, he's also got like a new slick phone.
Yeah, he's got.
It's the future. It's supposed to be 2021.
You guys have a good eye. I did not notice.
I've seen the movie 5 times.
Yeah.
But
I guess I'm impressed with Mike.
The first time I watched it, I noticed. I'm like, shit, that's an iPhone 5S. I had that phone.
Yeah, the 5S is badass. It's still badass.
It's a great phone.
Yeah.
It was a great phone.
Wait, that's crazy. So did you notice it the first
time I saw
viewing?
it? I was like, yeah. Oh,
there's some other inconsistencies too. Like his like cheek bandage thing disappears for some reason.
Okay.
Like the next day.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. So I don't think the phone thing.
That's one of my questions. I don't know why it disappears.
The phone thing.
He has it and then it's gone the next day.
I just assume. He healed or whatever. But the phone's not an inconsistency thing. It's actually spot on. It's a good clue as to that they're in 2 different times. But the one thing about this movie that I cannot forgive or can't be explained in any good way is the very first scene. Right? The very first scene after the intro. She wakes up, but it's him, right? He wakes up inside of her. He feels the boobs and does all of that and goes and looks at himself in the mirror, right? And then the next thing is she comes down to breakfast. And everybody's like, oh, you're normal today. So obviously she's become Mitsuha again at that point. Right? She's like, oh, sorry, I'm going to make breakfast tomorrow. And she sits down and grandma says, oh, you're normal today or whatever. And everybody realizes, and then her and her sister walk to school and everybody's like, oh, that's her. Okay, no problem. Oh, you were acting weird yesterday. So what we are led to believe is the first instance when she wakes up is she's him, and that's the day before. But there's no
That's what I thought.
There's no good transition.
Okay.
She wakes up, goes downstairs is basically how it's played.
Yeah.
Right? But she wakes up, she's him. She goes downstairs, she's her. And in fact, the Yotsuha is wearing the exact same clothes.
Right? Yes, that was super confusing. Yes, I agree.
Okay, maybe she sees herself naked. He sees herself naked, and then he's shocked and falls asleep and wakes up.
Yeah.
Okay, I can believe that. She goes downstairs, and now she's her again. But then there's the problem of everybody saying she was acting weird yesterday. And, that in the whole movie is the fucking most bullshit weird thing that they never explain correctly.
I guess I just kind of took it for granted that...
It drove me nuts.
Okay. Yeah, I
didn't understand the end. Like, the ending part. Like, how... Well, I guess I assume, so her haircut happens at 2 different times?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie?
Yes.
And why do they have more than one chance at the end of... I don't understand that.
Yeah. More than one chance at what?
How did she end up dying, and then they have another chance to correct and save the town? I don't understand how they got to save the town at the end of the movie.
She didn't die, right?
No, she did.
Okay.
Yeah, she died. She's in that book of all of the 500 dead people.
Oh, right. That's right.
And then at the end, they get another chance to change that happening because she's alive at the end of the movie.
Right.
And she was dead in the middle of the movie. I don't understand why they got more than one chance at that. It seemed weird.
So that's why I said But I wish
at this
that
point
movie
I was
ended.
the mechanics of this don't matter. Whatever.
I just really felt this movie should have ended by the crater, when they, finally had contact. But
do you know why the haircut happens at 2 different times?
Yeah, because
the first time her hair is cut and her friends are surprised at the festival, and then the second time her hair's cut and her friends are surprised at school.
So
it happens earlier.
Hold on, we got a bunch of different things. Hold on. So, oh shit, what did you just say?
I just said I wish it just ended at the crater.
Okay.
So do I.
I don't. But also, what you said earlier about them meeting at the end, you wish they hadn't met at the end. Apparently, from his other movies, the other movies he's made before, they actually never meet at the end of the movie. It's basically exactly what you want. This is the first one of his movies that they do meet at the end.
Wait, what movie? He's made other
movies? He's made other movies. Okay. Anyway, so that's one thing. So spoilers for all of those other movies, sorry. But if you want to watch a movie where people don't meet at the end, go watch any other movie by him, apparently. The haircut does not happen at two different times. The haircut happens at one time. It's noticed by her friends at two different times.
Okay.
Right? And so the first time is because she skipped school that day. And like she's at home playing hooky or whatever, and Tessie calls her to come out to the festival. Tonight's the night that's the brightest. So she comes out and they see it then. But in the second instance is...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, doesn't he say, where were you? I guess you're right. I missed that part.
Right, so she goes to school to try and save the town, is where they notice it at that time. So that's the main reason, that it doesn't happen at two different times. They recognize it at two different times.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Ending on the crater is fine, but then, I don't know. I mean, what are you going to have? You just... The town is going to be destroyed.
The crater would. I thought the movie was going to end at the crater. It didn't. I thought the movie should have ended when they saw each other on the train and recognized each other, and then just done.
Cool. That's
They're both still alive.
Sure, I would have been fine with that. Like I said, I liked this movie, but at the same time, exactly that point, the part of the movie after they meet at the crater, like every single time I watched this, all 5 times I watched it, I got to that point and I'm like, all right, I'm good. Every single time. I was like, okay. And then, I still got fucking 25 minutes left to go.
Yeah, there's still another 20 minutes of just like, why is this still going?
It wasn't the ending that I wanted. It's just something about that point in time.
You know what, like, guy, I think, I know what it is. It's the pacing. The guy, how they edited the movie, and the pacing, there's a lot of build-up to that point. And then they had that climax in the crater, and like, why do you need that extra 25 minutes to go on? You really don't.
Like the whole part where they're saving the town and stuff like that, it's just like, it just drags on, I feel. It's just like, okay, we get it, all right, I'm good. And, But like you said, why do they have a chance to save the town? Like, so we're to assume...
Yeah, I don't understand why they had more than one chance at that. Like, I don't get it.
I guess we're to assume that the happening is in parallel, right? Right? They switch bodies, and it's like a day off or whatever, right?
Right.
But then, like, how does he go back in time? I mean, the answer is because he drank the sake.
He drank the sake. That was the main connection.
But that is still a weird thing.
It's a little weak.
I feel
it really is.
Yeah, I feel like, I feel like her not dying, and then, but there's some stuff that he's got to find out that she died to prompt a lot of these things. Right. But also the other thing I hate in the movie so much is that asshole at the restaurant that cuts Okunero's skirt.
I was waiting to come back to that.
Who does that?
What the fuck is up with that scene?
Who does that?
Weird.
Like, it was so...
I hate that part so much.
Like, I've never seen people who actually goes to a fine dining restaurant
bring a razor and cut someone's dress. Like,
who does that? I think it was. I think it was a thing. Like, I remember
was it really?
Something. It might have just been in Japan, but I feel like it wasn't necessarily at restaurants, but like girls getting their skirts slashed or whatever. I feel like it was a thing.
What?
With razor blades. I don't know.
I don't remember that, but yeah, like it's in my notes.
Like, I don't. What the fuck I was like, I totally forgot about that part.
I hate it so much.
What?
She could have snagged her skirt on a fucking nail or something like that, and had the same outcome. But oh god, I hate that so much. And also the way that they frame it when he pulls out the knife, like the way that it looks like he's just sitting at the table, like with his knife out. Not. It doesn't even look like he's hiding it at that point. It's really weirdly shot. I mean, not shot, but animated or whatever. But I hate that part so much.
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna bring that up just at the end. Like, hey, wait, hold on. I've got one more question. What the fuck was up with that scene?
Yeah. I've got. I don't know. Last thing I've got is a few Easter eggs to bust out. So
no. Go with the Easter eggs, because I think you probably answered my question, because I know I'm not a big anime guy, and I know, like you guys said right now, you guys don't watch so much anime as well.
We're even less of anime guys than you.
Right, but like, I just really felt like there were so many genres of anime in this movie. I really did. I don't know why. I think, like, I feel that there was influences of, like, the guy who did Summer Wars. There was influences of the Ghibli movies. Yes, I like Ghibli. And there was influences of, like, fucking, like, just Saturday morning anime cartoons, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I just felt like there's a lot of, like, scenes that kind of, like, fit many genres, you know? And I think that kind of hurt the movie a bit. I don't know. But maybe that's just me. I don't know if you guys felt that way. That was my question.
I didn't notice any sort of, like, changes in genre. Like, I think... Like, to me, like, I think we hit on it. It's the pacing of the movie is just off.
Pacing was way off. So, like...
It's...
But I think one reason why the pacing is really off is, like, the music... the movie is really around the music. And I think when you're trying to frame songs around scenes and you know, really, really climactic points of the movie... and very important plot points of the movie, I think that really kind of throws off some of the pacing. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. I like I said, like I didn't notice the music as much as you did.
I really did.
I thought the music
really did.
Definitely, that's a Mel thing.
I'm a music guy. I don't know. I like music. Music is really important. You know. So
it is. But I did not have a problem with the music. I thought it fit the type of movie it was pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. But then again, we're not as experienced with anime as you are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call myself
the bands you recommended and possibly to change were seemed like way out of line.
Actually, guys, if you have a chance, no, guys, if you have a chance, watch Summer Wars. If you have a chance, it's actually a really good animation movie.
Oh,
I think it is.
All right, I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
I'll put it on the list.
Put it on the list way down there, but we'll
see.
It could be a possible future 5-bagger.
Maybe hold on, before you get to Easter eggs.
It could be.
Really
could be.
You got.
I'll be back.
All right.
Okay. Actually, me too. Are we pausing?
No, we're not. We can't pause.
Well, I can't really vamp because
you can go.
Okay.
I'll just sit here
and just reminisce.
No, I'll probably not really talk about anything.
Okay.
These assholes. I gotta pee too, but you know what? I'm a man. So what's going on? How you doing? Did you enjoy the movie? Like, comment, subscribe below. Just got a couple more things to say about it. Then we'll be done. I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Not really in the romantic comedies generally, but I found this to be alright. Didn't like the grandma. Didn't like the weirdo at the restaurant. I liked Mitsuba. I liked Yotsuha. I thought Taki was alright. Tessie was cool. I thought a lot of it was interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and especially with how many negative things I had to say with it about it.
I didn't have a ton of negative. Like most of my stuff is pretty much a lot of my stuff that I took notes about was like the mechanics of like how the like switching and stuff, like how that worked. And at some point I even wrote a note. I was like, who cares? Just like it clearly doesn't matter.
Yeah, I found it weird that you went on this roller coaster every time that they explained something. You were like, fuck it. I thought that was weird.
No. Like, I was interested in how the mechanics of like the switching worked, and then when they like just flat out explained all of it 30 minutes into the movie. It's like, really? All right, cool. I was right in my assumptions of how it was working. Feel like I could have gotten to this about 10 minutes, 20 minutes earlier. But oh yeah, the other thing.
Oh, do you still have questions, Mike, of this movie?
I have one more question.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was with the crying?
Crying.
Like there's a couple times where she's crying like out of nowhere.
There's a time that he wakes up crying.
Yeah, like he wakes up crying,
and then there's a time she wakes up crying
for no there's no reason to be crying at the time, but she starts crying.
No, there is. So the first time she does, right? I think it's the first time, is when he's going to go out on a date with Okudera, right?
Oh, and she wants to be there. Yeah, that's right.
So she's sad about it. Either you think that she's a lesbian and she wants to be on a date with Okudera, or you realize, and I think more likely is that she's fallen in love with him. Yeah. And he's out on a date with another girl.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing, Mel.
Yeah.
You keep bringing up about the rim of the crater.
Yeah.
Should have been the end.
Yeah.
Like at that point, they're in each other's bodies too.
Well, then they switch. Yeah.
And they switch.
Like, well, yeah, but before like the part where you see like before that, like they're calling out to each other.
Yeah.
Like.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. I thought that was interesting.
I thought that was the. To me, I thought that was like the best part of the movie.
Also, I think that both of them, the two actors, and I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think that the Japanese Taki, I think he does the Japanese and English voice for the character.
Really?
I haven't watched the
I've
English
never seen the
version.
English dub. Yeah, either. Yeah.
Oh, is there an English dub?
There is.
There's always an English dub version.
I mean,
yeah, but I guess you said it was a big hit. I honestly had no idea it was a big movie at all.
So I think I mean I could be totally wrong, but I think he might actually do both. But yeah, I thought that was cool, and I thought that both of them did a really good job in that it's the same person doing two different voices throughout the whole movie, right? Because you can tell by the voice. You can tell by the voice that when Taki is possessed by Mitsuha, you know, oh, that's Mitsuha being Taki. Yeah. Oh, that's Taki being Taki. You know, oh, that's Mitsuha possessed by Taki. That's Mitsuha being Mitsuha.
And the
I thought that was really good. Way better than the grandma.
How would you do the translation of, like, this is super specific, but at the beginning of the movie where she is in his body, and she goes through like the watakushi, watashi,
boku, yeah.
Like, how would you translate that?
You couldn't, but that was a pretty funny.
That was a funny episode.
Yeah,
that was a funny scene.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a really funny scene.
But like in the subtitles, it was it all just said I and then the Japanese after each one.
Yeah.
I actually wish.
How would you even begin to translate that?
I actually wish they like kind of fleshed that out more, like Mitsuha trying to pretend like being like a guy and being part of the
yeah,
crew.
I guess actually, Brian, I guess that maybe that explains. Like, I thought that's what the movie was going to be.
Yeah.
And like trying to be like, okay, so this is going to be a Freaky Friday. They're going to like jokey stumble their way through becoming a boy and a girl. Like that's.
A lot of that was during that quick transition before.
Yeah.
What was it? Zin
that song.
Yeah, before like.
Right.
I guess
like,
that's.
If you
that's
read,
I was like, okay, this could be something. All right.
If you read what the messages between them on their their phones are, like a lot of that is those things, but it's just done in a really quick manner, right? Instead of seeing each scene where she's got her legs open. Or whatever, like that. Instead of seeing each one of those, it's all a lot of it is written on the
but messages. I agree with Mike too. I wish they were actual scenes. Like those text messages were actual scenes. Like
the comedy.
Yeah, I wish there was more of that.
When they do comedy in this movie, it's pretty good. Like the watakshi and all that stuff is pretty good.
That's what I said. Yeah.
And then there's the part where she's like she keeps eating all the food. And he's like, "Stop wasting my money."
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I wish there was more of that.
She says, "Stop taking so many part-time shifts," and he's like, or she says, "I'm working part-time and stop taking so many part-time shifts."
I wish
it's because you're using all of my money.
Yeah, I wish there was like scenes where like Mitsuha in Taki's body.
Why are girls in love with me? And,
I wish. Yeah, there were scenes where like she's like stuffing her face with like strawberry shortcakes and stuff like that.
I laughed at that part every single time. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Those parts are funny for sure.
Yep.
And those are scenes.
But like at that point, that's where the comedy basically like drops off. Like it's gone.
The only time it comes back really is when he drinks the sake and goes back into her body.
Yeah.
And like he's like. He wakes up and he's like, "Oh, she's still alive, right?" Because he transported back in time.
Yeah.
And then the Yotsuha opens the door and he's like crying, feeling his boobs.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. And then he's like, "Oh," he tries to go and hug her or whatever, and she slams the door in his face.
Yeah, my favorite character in this movie was Mitsuha's younger sister.
Yotsuha.
Yeah, Yotsuha's really.
She's pretty good.
I think that was the best character in this movie. Yeah. But
all right, so quick. There were the iPhones. Also, the
you guys are awesome. I didn't know this.
The ramen shop owner, the guy that comes and he's like, "Oh, it's Itomori, right?"
Yeah.
He's in the scene where the mayor is doing his speech at the beginning. He's standing there listening, and also as
is he really?
As they're walking,
he's just a local guy. Yeah.
Right. As they're walking by, because like she says he's from Itomori. But I wasn't sure if that meant like he moved after the accident or if he was born there and moved there long ago. But in that scene where the mayor's giving the speech, you can see his truck like parked. And then also you can see him turn around and look when the mayor talks to the daughter.
That's crazy. His ramen truck?
Yeah, no, I didn't know
that ramen truck is parked
That's crazy.
off to the side. Yeah. Also, the kid. So they're walking to school in that same scene. And there's the boy and the two girls that talk to her.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, the mayor's son in the construction."
Yep.
That boy is working in the Lawson at the end of the movie when they show those scenes of the flower shop, the Lawson. That guy's working there. And I heard that also maybe the guy that's working with him is one of Taki's friends, but I don't think that's right. Okay. Also, the girl they show in the classroom, that is Yotsuha, who is a high school student.
Oh.
Do you know? Like during that same kind of montage, near the end, they show the flower shop, the Lawson, the like Yoshinoya looking place, and then there's a girl sitting in a high school classroom or whatever. That's definitely Yotsuha.
You know this, but
definitely, like she's got the same hair, everything. It's like same. It's got to be her.
Huh. Damn.
How did she get that old?
I mean, remember this is 5 years later.
I guess I don't. I have no. Like, she seems like she's an elementary school student. Even if it's 5 years, how?
No. It's 5 years after he went to visit. So that's 8 years after she was in elementary school.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. All right, I guess. Yeah.
I'm still impressed that you guys figured out the fucking.
I didn't notice that. I only noticed.
That's crazy.
I thought the iPhone was super obvious.
No, I didn't.
Did you have an iPhone 5S?
I loved it.
Yeah, see, I don't know why. When it first shot on the screen, I was like, "Oh shit, that's an iPhone 5S." And
I think it's because of the camera? I could be wrong. I think it's because it had the old icons on the phone.
No. Oh, that does remind me of something though. Okay.
And then the new phone doesn't have the old like square icons on.
Yeah, I did not notice that. For me, it was the buttons. The volume buttons on the iPhone 5 were little circles.
Yes, they were.
Right. Yeah. So when she showed her phone first, I was like, "Oh, that's the iPhone 5S." And then when he picked up his phone, it had the band on the back, like the iPhone 6 or whatever, across the back here. I was like, "Oh shit! They got two different phones. Okay, this is two different."
Man, you guys are sleuths.
One of my notes was, in fact, Taki.
Yeah.
In 2016. In fall, right, he opens up his phone to look at the notes. He's like, "Oh, but I've got her notes right here." right? Remember? And then like he pops it open and they all start disappearing, right?
Yeah.
On his phone, he has the Instagram app. However, Instagram icon was no longer in use at that point. It had been changed
It was changed 2015, right?
No, it was changed in 2016. 2016? But in May.
Oh, May.
Not October.
Wow. Did you Google that? Did you?
I saw it and I was like, I feel like the app icon had changed by that point. And then I checked when the app icon had changed, and it was, in fact, earlier than that point.
Wow. So. Okay.
So I was like, Kimi no Nawa sucks.
But you know what? These, like, eggs, little, like, golden eggs, like, I think these little golden eggs, I kind of like this movie a little bit more now.
These golden eggs. Yep.
I kind of like this movie a little bit more now. I like how he puts little, these little...
it's all over the movie, and it's great. I think it's really cool.
Okay, I respect that.
And like there's a lot of stuff that's cool for living in Japan or whatever. You get the Boss Rainbow Mountain coffee. Yeah. Shit, I've drank that hundreds of times, man.
Man.
It's so cool. This image right here reminds me. This the date that they go on, Okudera and Taki, right?
Yeah.
Is at the new National Art Museum.
Yeah.
I've been there so many times.
Yeah.
And it's like he goes in to check his phone and like he gets the message from Mitsuha.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you probably don't know how to go on a date. Here's some links for you. Like, it's like they're all pretty hilarious. Like, oh, I'm terrible, so I can still get a date or whatever, And like the bathroom he's in, I've been to the bathroom in that bathroom. It's so weird.
It looks like that?
It looks exactly like that. I can take you to that bathroom. It's so weird because like every year, my wife's aunt has she takes part in a exhibition at that museum.
At the museum, okay.
So we go there every year. We were there a few months ago or whatever it was, and like so many images from that, like the cafe. We don't eat up there because it's expensive, but like I know that cafe, and then like the slatted wood and shit. I was like, oh man, oh god, it's so. And like when they show the exhibition opening doors, I'm like, oh god, I've seen that so many times.
But you know how they always what's this senpai's name again? Okudera. When they had the first date, guys, and they meet in Yotsuya.
Yeah. Yotsuya Station.
That brings me back memories, like, cause I know exactly that bridge, in Yotsuya Station, and just like, I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, oh wait, Yotsuya, all right, cause I've been to a rock live house near that station, and I remember just hanging out at that bridge, just like, all right, I know what's going on.
Right, yeah, Yotsuya, and there's what's the other one, the Kudanshita?
Yeah.
No, it's not Kudanshita. It's shit, what's it called?
There's Shinjuku, Yotsuya, and
there's scenes at Yoyogi Station.
Yep.
And there's so many places. It's like, oh man. I know this place. It's so,
like I remember when I was in a drunken stupor and I'm just hanging out in that corner.
It's like I'm sure it's like for people who live in New York when they see.
Yeah. Here you go. This is Yotsuya. Yeah.
When you see like Times Square.
Yeah.
In a movie or whatever,
Yeah.
It's probably the same kind of thing, but it's really cool because it's animated as well.
Right.
So
okay,
anyway,
one last.
Can't relate to any of that.
One last.
Which is why I was interested to see what you said about that, because you do get like the Boss coffee, and you do get like even the Yamada.
Oh sure, yeah. The locations I knew were real. Yeah. I just have no connection to most of them.
Sure.
I just want to say for me one last note about this movie, because when I watched it, my wife was like walking back and forth and just seeing scenes, and the very last
getting more and more angry.
But bump off chicken.
No, I have the earphones in my head.
No.
She's a very she loves dramas, but the last scene, guys, she actually cried when they saw each other at the steps. Yeah. And like she wasn't even listening. She was just like she was just walking by the TV, and like because I had my headphones on, and she was walking by. And then she just started crying, and I'm like, oh, yeah, exactly.
See, I know
like
both of you didn't want that ending. I liked it. I wanted more. I wanted them to run and grab each other and hug and kiss and whatever.
But I wonder,
if they had been more excited about seeing each other, that would have been better. Because they already recognized themselves, like each other on the train. They clearly were looking for each other, and then they both pretend to not know each other. Like I
think it's a Japanese drama thing, though. I really do.
Yeah, I mean they do know that they were looking for someone, but they don't know.
They pretend to not.
They don't pretend. They don't know for certain.
And so they walk past each other, and then.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I think it's honest.
The entire title of the movie,
right?
It's honest. It's honest that they don't know for certain that that's the person. Because remember, like when the whole scene, we just saw it up here, but the whole scene where he drinks the.
It's in Harajuku.
When he drinks the sake, and then like when he leaves or whatever, right? And the important part is he gives her back that braid, the thing.
The ribbon thing.
That is his memories of her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, so he has this feeling, and that's the important part, is you feel the feeling, you continue the feeling, and like her grandma talks about this too, but the details are gone, right? So even though that he recognizes that he's looking for someone, and for some reason he realizes that this is the person he's looking for, and same with her. Like the details of everything is gone. The feeling is there, and that's why he wrote Skida instead of his name. Because if he had written his name, you know what would happen?
Disappear?
It would disappear, just like her notes, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be that.
So the feeling remains, and so even at the end, they don't know for certain, but they know something. Oh man, I remember you or whatever, right? Somehow, but at the same, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. But like, I would have loved to have her run up the stairs and him lift her up, and I would have preferred that personally. But I'm interested to see his other movies, his older movies. There's none of that at the end of the movie apparently. Yeah. So I wonder how.
I had no idea. I thought he was I thought that was his debut film, so I had no idea. Cool.
One of his other movies. So one of the previous movies is a movie called something like Garden of Words. I don't know what the Japanese name is.
Okay.
Which is the name of the Italian restaurant he works at. It's in Italian. It's Garden of Words. And also, one of the main characters from that movie is the teacher in Mitsuha's class that teaches about the Karewaridoke or whatever.
So there's a connection with.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm going to do some research. I want to see his previous work. I want to see.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All right. I think.
All right, 2 things left to do. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
One is to rank this piece, and one is to name your drink.
Rank.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Rank and drink.
Next movie.
My next.
Three. We have 3 things.
We got 3 things to do, guys.
Which should we do first? Drink or rank?
Let's do the drink first, and then rank it.
All right.
Sure. I don't remember what the order is, but yeah, let's drink and then rank.
Oh, sorry.
That works.
Now I forgot the basis of our drinks. Like, is the
doesn't
drink
matter.
Reflects. Okay.
It doesn't. It's whatever you say it is.
I'm gonna go with, and this is based on the theme of the.
You go first. Okay.
Sure. Why not? I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead.
Do it.
The red thread, right? So in Asian culture, there's a red thread that connects you and your fated one and all this stuff, and that's a big part of this movie. I'm gonna go with a cherry cordial.
Ooh.
How do you spell cordial?
Cordial. Cordial, I believe.
Oh, Mike, maybe this should be our contest.
Yeah, the spell. I'm telling you guys, spelling bee.
Cordial.
That's what I just said.
That's what I said. Is that a drink? Damn it! Is that a drink?
It might be. Isn't that like? Well, yeah. Isn't it like wine?
Oh, it is. Okay, look at drink.
Yeah, drink.
The first thing that came up was those candies, and I was like, "Wait a minute, did I fuck up?" Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was like cherry wine, right?
No.
Well, I don't know what cherry wine tastes like.
She's my cherry wine.
To me, it sounds like it tastes really bad. Yeah. It sounds like it'd be really, really, really sweet. Yeah. Just horribly sweet.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any alcohol in a cherry cordial. That's fine.
It doesn't look like it. Okay.
It doesn't matter. I mean, we have non-alcoholic drinks on here.
Yeah, we do.
Mel's first drink is Tang powder.
Yeah.
Tang powder. Not even Tang.
It wasn't even a drink. It was just powder, dude.
Snort that shit.
Yeah. I mean, this, like I said to you guys, I'm gonna keep repeating it again. This movie
soundtrack sucks. Bump of chicken for life.
No, I was gonna say this movie just had lots of elements of various anime into this movie, and then that just represents all of like Japanese pop anime, and so I'm gonna go with a fucking
Long Island iced tea
can of Calipus.
Oh, Calipus.
Can of Calipus.
Not even Calipus soda.
No, just a can of Calipus, just like a small boy, can of Calipus. Yeah.
It's not even like a bottle.
Huh?
Not even like just like a bottle?
No, just a straight up
can?
Yeah, from the vending machine where, after the kids, after they finish school, they go to the vending machine, get the Calipus.
Sour?
Not sour, but
I have a Calipus sour in the fridge downstairs.
Oh really? Okay. Do you guys know if you can get Calipus in the States? Can you get Calipus?
I think
States?
so. But I believe it's under a different name.
Okay. Yeah,
It's not common though.
Okay. Well, yeah, your name for me is a Calipus, a can of Calipus.
Your name for me is
your name for
Calipus. All right, can of Calipus.
You guys used to call me can of Calipus from now on.
What did you say, can of Calipus?
I'm not sure the name of the drink I want to put in here, but
I don't know.
I forget where I was. It was tea and alcohol, but I don't remember what the alcohol was that went into the tea.
Is it like oolong high?
So
is it a hard tea? Mike's hard tea.
I guess like a hard tea. Like no, it was not Mike's. It was in Japan. But
was it oolong high?
It was some kind of tea and some alcohol. I don't know what the alcohol was.
Not oolong high.
It's not oolong high?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was oolong tea, I guess. But
okay.
yeah, I don't know what the alcohol was in it.
Oolong high is shochu.
Shochu, man.
All right, yeah, I guess yes. And oolong high is, I guess, what I want.
I like oolong highs.
They're very good.
Dude, good. I'd go all the way with oolong high more than a fucking hoppy.
Oh, hoppy's best.
Oh god, hoppy! I don't know why people like that shit.
What's a hoppy?
Hoppy, the hoppy, that ghetto ass like hoppy.
Is that like happoshu and the shot? That's gross.
No.
It's like
hoppy is like.
How would you explain hoppy?
So it was introduced originally to get around the Japanese malt tax, right?
Oh, okay. So it's, yeah,
you know that shit.
Beer was so expensive. So what they did was they basically. You cut it with shochu.
Yeah.
Or
shochu,
right?
God.
Happoshu. It might be happoshu, maybe.
It could be, yeah.
Because it's hoppy, but it's basically half beer
and half shochu.
And half shochu. And it's supposed to be
happoshu is disgusting.
Oh god, it's awful.
It's
like
it's kind of like it's kind of like happoshu, but you take it and you cut it with shochu. So you buy a bottle, which is like the size of a regular bottle, but you basically get 2 beers worth of beer out of it.
Dude, I'll take an oolong high any day.
Oh, oolong high.
Oolong high is what I meant.
Any day.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I have not had one in too long.
Wow, that was pretty quick, our drinks. On for the rankings.
Usually I have not thought about it.
On for the rankings and switch this over.
Seconds before we decided to do it.
Yeah.
This time I actually thought about it beforehand.
Yeah.
That was really quick, guys.
I tried to think about it beforehand, but I didn't come up with anything. And so cherry cordial just popped into my head right then, and I went with it.
Okay.
All right, so...
ranking, though, I have not thought about at all.
No, so I've thought of it a little bit, and I've got a basement. But let's go over the list real quick. Number 1, Karate Kid. Number 2, Nosferatu. Number 3, The Tainted Usual Suspects. Kevin Spacey. Number 4.
Well, I don't know why I'm laughing.
Princess Bride. 5. Sleeper. 6. RoboCop. Miller's Crossing is 7. 8. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The Maltese Falcon. A Shot in the Dark. And Under Siege. Bringing Up the Rear. And off of the list is the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which shall not be named.
Okay.
So I've got a basement. I don't have a ceiling.
This is tough for me because I haven't seen Miller's Crossing yet. And
yeah, that's true. You should watch it.
Yeah, right?
That's your homework.
I've seen the Maltese Falcon.
Alright, I'm going to go top to bottom, and then I'm going to go bottom to top. Where I think
top
it could be or not be.
What are you saying, Mike?
I'm not sure I follow either.
No, I'm in my own head. I'm looking at this movie, Karate Kid, Above Below.
Oh, okay. So you're comparing
in my
the
mind.
top.
Okay.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
And then I'm gonna go to the bottom and go back up.
I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that
the window is for me.
Karate Kid's probably safe.
Oh, Karate Kid's definitely safe. Nosferatu is definitely safe.
I don't want to give anything away, but yes, Karate Kid is safe this week.
The top for me.
This week is half year.
All right, I'm gonna start out. The top 4 right now are pretty safe.
All right.
Pretty safe right now.
We all know Mike hates The Princess Bride, so not sure about that.
Okay. I'm just so right now I'm like 5 through 11. I'm kind of just
5 through 11.
Don't influence him.
Yeah.
Bump of chicken.
I think we've done this before. We should all decide where we think it goes. We go 3, 2, 1, and then we all say the number.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I've got a basement. I don't know if I can say a number.
I got it, guys. I don't know if you guys are ready, but I'm ready for the number.
Okay, so if you don't want to say it, okay, I guess I could pick a base for
I think you guys pick a number, and if you're too low, I'm gonna say you're crazy.
Okay.
All right. Are we saying it at the same time, Mike?
Hold on. Let me make sure I know where I fall on this one. Okay, yeah, I'm good. All right, so the number you say, like let's say you say 2.
Yeah.
So it goes number 2, goes wrong, so it goes 3, 4, like that's.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying, so if you say 2, that means you're gonna drop from Nosferatu
down. Yeah, it takes over the number 2
spot.
Yeah. Everything goes down.
I get it. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
12.
8.
12? You're nuts. You are nuts.
I see Miller. Oh, I haven't seen RoboCop. Okay, Shot in the Dark, Under Siege. They're better movies for me.
What?
They are compared to Your Name. For me.
You're insane.
Shot in the Dark and Under Siege are both movies that Mel picked. So true. I can understand that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, 8 is where I would put it.
Yeah. So my base
12 seems low. I mean, I know
12
Under
is
Siege
crazy
maybe.
low.
I can't put this movie above Under Siege, man.
How can you not? Under Siege is terrible. I mean, it's not Rocky Horror Picture Show terrible.
I mean, yeah, it at least has a number.
Yeah, I to be honest, I was thinking either 11 or 12.
There's no way it is worse than Under Siege. No way. 0.
All right, so we both said, what's your basement, Ryan?
My basement would be 9.
Yeah.
You said 8,
yeah, so
which
I
makes
said
sense
8.
Okay,
but
put it an 8. That's fine.
So here's the thing. I could see this going above Miller's Crossing, but at the same time, I could see it going below Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is a problem with a list such as this.
Yeah, this is,
I could also see this.
I like this dumb list.
I could also see this going.
It is a like no.
Hold on. I could see this definitely going above the Maltese Falcon, and below A Shot in the Dark. This is the problem.
Yeah, exactly. But it's definitely I agree.
There's no way it's below Under Siege. No way.
It's in that 8, 9, 10 to me.
Yep. Well, for me, it's 7, 8, 9, 10 is a answer. Yes. But like Miller's Crossing, I think is a good movie. It's like shit.
Yeah, it is. I will agree. It is near Miller's Crossing. I just prefer Miller's Crossing to this movie, but sure. I do think they are somehow.
I have no problem if you guys put it
kind of flawed in the same, not in the same ways, but
not in the same ways.
Flawed the same amounts.
Would you but you would put this movie above Maltese Falcon though?
Yeah, it's like if you watch that episode, I was disappointed with Maltese Falcon.
Oh really? Okay.
And that was a movie I picked.
I'm just gonna say I have no problem if you guys put it in that group, like whatever that from.
Well, what do you mean, 11. You guys? You have to agree.
I'm saying 12. I said 12, but if you guys want to overrule
12
me.
is insane.
Exactly.
Think about it harder.
That was my vote.
Under Siege, no.
All right, so
I like Under Siege more than this.
Do you really think it's a worse movie than Under Siege and Shot in the Dark?
Hold on. The question is,
I like Shot in the Dark.
Let's change this question real quick.
Yeah.
It's not a question of do you like it more? Okay? Quick. Which is a better movie? Like, I love the movie Rad. It is an awful movie.
It's pretty bad.
I love maybe one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It is a terrible movie. I know. I love that movie.
Even still, like I can't put. If you put it that way, I'd put Your Name in number 11 for me.
Just one above. You'd still put it below Shot in the Dark.
And Maltese
below Shot in the Dark.
I like Maltese Falcon, but I didn't see it with you guys.
I said, I could see it going below A Shot in the Dark or above Maltese Falcon, or above Miller's Crossing, or below Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So for me, 11 is a possibility.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this group right here, 8, 9, 10, 11, you can kind of just put it in a bag.
I would say I would go up to 7.
Yeah, exactly.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You know? Okay, 7 to 11? Okay.
Yeah, because RoboCop is definitely better than
hell yeah.
any of the others.
Hell yeah.
But it's kind of like it's too low.
Like
Oh, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It should be up there.
You can't be up there with RoboCop.
Which is funny.
Can't put it up there with
which is funny because Mike never saw it until like a year ago. It's crazy.
That's insane,
but
dude.
it's still a great movie.
Oh gosh, it still stands
100 years later.
Yeah.
It's so good.
RoboCop's amazing.
But
Sleeper's
good.
It's so weird that it's so far down our list.
And Sleeper's a little weird too.
But Sleeper and Princess Bride and The Usual Suspects and Nosferatu and Karate Kid, you can't say RoboCop is better than any of those, can you?
Could.
All
right, back to our
Mike's got a problem with Princess Bride being at number 4 for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No one knows why.
I think the top 4 are set. Like they're those.
Well, okay, yeah.
For me,
Kimi no No is not gonna go there.
No.
It's not gonna go ahead of Sleeper. It's not gonna go ahead of RoboCop. So it is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is not 12.
I'm happy, like, whatever.
No, it's not the bar. It's not. Yeah,
I'm happy with like I don't have any problem if you guys go above 10 with Your Name. I don't mind because I think that's all a mixed bag. 7 through 11 is a mixed bag right now to me.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same.
Yeah, I don't feel super strong in that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I think Miller's Crossing is a better movie than Your Name, but not, like I said, not by, like, that's my preference. I liked Miller's Crossing more.
Invasion of Body Snatchers, I think that is such a, like a...
Seminal?
Yeah, that's a good word.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I am a poet.
I think that movie does not go lower than Your Name. 2.
So here's the thing. I liked this movie. I liked it, right?
I know.
I liked the soundtrack. It's fine, everything, you know. But at the same time, like, the main reason I really like this is it's strictly visual. Like, the story is convoluted in parts where it doesn't need to be. There's not enough of the character interactions that I would like to see. There's a lot better movie.
The pacing is way off. Like we
there
talked
is
about.
A lot better movie that is possible with this same shit.
I'm happy if you guys wanted to put Your Name in number 10 or number 9, I'm cool with that.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would say 10 or 11 is good for me.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I said 8, so yeah, 10 or 11 is fine. Whatever you guys want.
10 looks like a medium.
It's definitely not 12. Can we agree on it's not 12? Right?
Oh, no, definitely.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so the question is it better or worse than Shot in the Dark? God, that's
so
a really
hard.
tough question.
That is so
Such
hard.
a weird question.
Because those are 2 different genres, and I don't know. There's some things I liked about Shot in the Dark, there's some things I didn't like, but...
And, like, I'm so not...
Shot in the Dark, yeah, I would put it above Shot in the Dark.
Yeah, I'm still not an anime person, but I would probably put it above as well. I put it at 10.
Let's put it in 10 then.
10?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's put it in 10.
Here we go.
Your Name, Your Name just made the top 10. Let's push this down.
Let's do that.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
All right, there it is.
Can I say something, guys? I'm
Absolutely.
still... I'm really still puzzled why Sleeper is number 5.
Sleeper was good, man.
It was good.
It was a good movie.
Are you saying it should be below RoboCop? Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
So I think the first episode of 2018, we are going to include a shuffle.
A shuffle, huh?
Oh, God. Really? You want to shuffle these?
One time, once a year, first episode of every year.
Once a year, come back to this?
We can
That's
nominate...
the whole episode? We just reshuffle this?
No. That's a waste of time. We can do an episode of that and then break it off and then do the episode that we're supposed to do. Sure. Or we can just include it. But I think once a year, first episode, we can nominate a switch if we want.
All 3 of us?
Each one of us.
Each of us gets to nominate one switch?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Or I guess maybe not switch, just like reevaluate.
Yeah, sure. I think Maltese Falcon should be above Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Sure, yeah.
I want to put RoboCop at number 1.
I think Under Siege should be number 1.
That would be awesome.
And then you get laughed out of the room.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be my pick.
RoboCop number 1. I wouldn't have.
No, but you can pick
RoboCop
a movie.
No
Doesn't
problem.
have
I've
to be
got a
your
problem with
movie.
that.
Just pick a movie that should be adjusted.
But at the same time, if you do something crazy like that, then the other people need to have a chance to rewatch the movie, right?
Right.
So I think.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking we rewatch them. I just thought we were going to be like, all right, each of us can pick a movie and reevaluate it in the list.
Sure, but if somebody's like, "Oh, I think Miller's Crossing should be above Usual Suspects," I kind of want to probably rewatch both of those movies before that's finalized.
It's a good call.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
They're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's put it up." No, I'm gonna watch Miller's Crossing and Usual Suspects again, and then the next episode will make that final decision. Maybe.
All right.
Well,
when
we cross that bridge, when we cross that bridge.
Speaking of crossing bridges, Melvis.
Bridges of Madison County.
You picked Bridges of
That is it, guys. Are you guys ready for a romantic drama?
I am so ready. Oh, my body is ready.
We so old people has not been one of the genres we've covered.
Is that a genre?
So
old boring.
As I told you guys earlier this week.
Actually, I've never seen.
As I told you guys earlier this week, I have 2 choices.
Right.
That I would like all of us make a decision on it. Whether I don't, and we had some options of how to choose it. Whether it's like a Wheel of Fortune kind of deal, or
which hasn't been set up.
It hasn't been set up. Okay, or spelling bee, which
is embarrassing.
Is embarrassing, but you know, I'm ready for that.
I'm ready to be embarrassed. It's okay.
I have a list of words. If you guys are ready.
Oh shit!
I have a list of words.
You've decided which movie I am and which movie he is.
No, but I can tell you. Okay, I can tell you right now. This genre, I'm looking at the list right now, and this genre has not been done yet. And the genre I'm choosing is a sports drama.
Oh, sweet!
Sports, yes!
Sports drama. Now,
hopefully it's not Major League.
No, it isn't.
Good, because we already watched all those.
Now,
yeah, that's already been done.
Here's the thing.
Is it necessary roughness?
Just let me finish. One movie is a movie I've seen two times actually.
Okay.
And I loved it. And
is that Mike or is that me?
I loved it. What do you mean?
I know, but we're gonna have a spelling contest, right?
Yeah, but if it's a spelling contest, I have to represent one movie.
Yeah,
he has to represent another movie.
So is he the movie you've seen 2 times and loved?
No. I'm just gonna tell you the options. All right. So
okay.
One option is a movie that I love and I've seen it twice, and I kind of want to see it again.
Is it Kimi no
just to kind of see if I still like the movie.
All right.
Uh-huh.
The other one is a movie that's been many friends have recommended to me, and I've never seen it. And I feel like
are they both sports?
They're both sports dramas, and they're both the same sports. Same sports.
Oh.
And the other movie. So the movie that I said that I loved was made in 2000. Hold on, guys. 2004.
2004.
And the movie that I haven't seen that most of my friends loved and keeps recommending it to me is made in 1993. Who wants the 2004 movie? Who wants the 1993 movie?
1993. So it can't be basketball.
It is not basketball at all.
Damn it, that's the joke I was going to make.
So it's definitely not Field of Dreams.
All right. So what did you say? 93 and 2004?
Field of Dreams was like 90.
I'm going to say it's football. And 1993. I'm going to take 93.
You're taking the 93 one?
Sure, yeah.
You'll take the 2004? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So how do we do this? Okay, spelling bee?
I still don't know.
Okay.
You give it to one of us first.
So you got to pick one of us to start and try and spell.
Okay.
And then when we both continue to fail constantly, you have to make dumber and dumber words.
It's basically like a shootout.
Okay. Here's the word. Okay, so how about...
I'm 93, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first word, Brian.
Jesus Christ.
Please say
Brian,
the word.
B-R-I-A-N, Brian.
No.
That's correct.
Please say the word, spell it, and say the word again.
What?
Haberdashery.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Haberdashery. Haberdashery is... H-A-B-E-R-D-A-S-H-I-E-R. Oh, what? I-R-E.
Done!
Haberdashery.
Mike, haberdashery.
I have to spell it.
This is awesome. I love this.
This sucks.
Can you say it one more time?
Sure.
No, you have to say it.
Sure.
No, I don't want my dumb ass to say it.
Language of origin.
It is a noun.
Can I define the word?
I just want you to say the word one more time.
What if I define the word?
Haberdashery.
I know what a haberdashery is.
Let me define it.
Where you get it's like where you get your clothes fixed, or like a hat or whatever.
Sure.
Are you talking about a tailor?
Sure.
Something like kind of like a tailor.
Sure. Just spell the word.
I didn't even pay attention when you said haberdashery again.
Spell the word, Mike.
HABERDASHERY.
You are correct.
Damn it. ERY.
You are correct.
So does he get to challenge me?
He does have a challenge word, and if he gets this wrong, if he gets it right, it's back to deuce. If he gets it wrong, you win.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Can I tell you something? I'm terrible at spelling.
Can I tell you, I am shocked that I got that right.
I'm not shocked.
Also, you spelled it wrong the first time, so I had like.
Yes. So so not only did I spell it wrong the first time, I spelled it wrong.
You should have a dash here.
No, I spelled it haberdasher, and I knew
you didn't even.
Yeah, it went wrong. It went wrong. All right, it went wrong.
All right, this word is gonna be tough, man.
All right, let's do a kanji test.
Ready? Yeah, you're gonna win. All right, ready? Brian, please spell.
BRYAN. Boom, nailed it.
Please spell the word diuretic.
Shit. Diuretic.
Oh no.
Do you want me to tell you the meaning? All right, okay.
I know what a diuretic is, dickhead. DIA. Is it 2 R's? Shit. Should I say it first? Diuretic.
Here you go.
DIARRHETIC.
You are way off.
Oh shit. I'm way off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it like DH something?
Oh, you're totally way off, man.
No, we're thinking of diarrhea. DIURETIC. Yeah, see, easy.
Super easy.
Diuretic.
Duh. All right, I'm gonna go with.
I know what a diuretic is.
I know. You guys. Know.
I'm so bad at spelling. It makes no sense to me.
I clearly don't. I'm not diarrhea. I mean, I do know what a diuretic is.
Yeah, exactly. I know how to spell diarrhea-ish.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe diuretic. I know what a diuretic is.
So let me give you the movies. So the 1993 movie that Brian picked was the football movie, The Program.
Oh.
Starring James Caan.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone wanted me to watch. And the 2004
movie.
movie.
I've never seen that.
Football movie.
The 2004 football movie
is The Longest Yard.
Nope, it's Friday Night Lights.
Oh, another movie I've not seen.
Yeah, no, I've never seen that.
I've seen it.
I might have seen it.
I read the book.
I'll give you some background.
But I think the movie has almost nothing to do with the book.
Yes.
No, I think.
Oh, a little bit. It's a true story.
I think I did see the movie. I saw the movie.
It's a true story. So when I first came to Japan, my first roommate Jason, he introduced me to Friday Night Lights. At that time, and I was like, "Wow!"
Because he's from
Texas.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Wow, this movie was."
He used to be phenomenal. Texas Smart, if you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're doing Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Sweet.
Okay.
Cool.
I first ever sports movie.
I have seen that
sports
movie.
Drama. You haven't really?
I have.
Okay.
I have not seen The Program though.
Yeah, I've heard the program.
I saw The Program in the movie theater. Before they cut out that scene.
With the people lying down in the middle of the road. Yep.
Okay.
The Program is not a good movie.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, that's going to do it. This is probably a super long episode.
Yeah, it was really long.
Enjoy, and catch us next time for Friday Night Lights.
There you go.
Next year.
Next year. Happy New Year.
Definitely not this year.
2018. Look out for 2018. 5-bagger.
Look out for it.
Do it.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.